Thank you for listening to mypainweb. Despite all that modern medicine offers, chronic pain often worsens and becomes more complicated over time. Connecting to mypainweb empowers you to take charge of your chronic pain. We'll help you achieve some quality of life as you face your own obstacles of living with chronic pain. You are listening to My Pain Web Podcast, Episode 10, Chronic Pain Prevention. Today we're talking about, can you prevent or avoid chronic pain? So let's get started. Hey everybody, Steve Connick here. Welcome to My Pain Web Podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The My Pain Web Podcast is the place where we talk about what it means to be suffering in a pain web. We listen, we share, we connect, we clarify, we cry, and we laugh. Together, we empower and motivate to create confidence, worth, and self-esteem. My Pain Web helps you achieve a quality of life as you face the obstacles of living with chronic pain. You can connect to many chronic pain details and information at any time at mypainweb.com. Come back often and feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter at mypainweb and on Facebook. Today's show discusses, can you prevent or avoid chronic pain? After coping with chronic pain for almost 20 years, I've come to realize that preventing chronic pain is a paradox rather than that of a question. For my personal chronic pain situation, I often thought and struggled with, if that machine didn't break while I was using it at that health club, then I would not have been injured. Or if I wasn't at that fitness center working out to improve my health, then I would not have sustained an injury resulting in chronic pain. And finally, gosh, if we hadn't have changed those chairs at the start of that meeting on that fateful day, then I would not have fallen from a broken chair, causing further injury to my back. You see, belief doesn't matter when it comes to chronic pain. Whether it's a random act in your belief that things just happen without any rhyme, without any reason, or do things happen for a reason, that it's destiny, that things are perhaps predetermined in our life and we are powerless over trying to avoid that. You see, whether you choose one belief mechanism or the other, it doesn't matter. It would be much more appropriate and helpful to ask, can you reduce the risk of chronic pain? The answer to that, quite simply, is yes. There are measures that you can take to reduce the risk of chronic pain. Here's what I mean. Being in good physical condition helps prevent back pain. Very simple. A strong core and lower back also helps prevent chronic pain. Being somewhat flexible, stretching, doing different types of flexion exercises and yoga and Tai Chi helps prevent chronic pain. Don't smoke. Disc degeneration is much more common in smokers than in non-smokers. So smoking will possibly create more chronic back pain. If you do have back problems, attend a low back school, which teaches people basic anatomy and spine function. They provide advice on how to exercise safely and how to do activities safely to help you recover some confidence and mobility. Manipulation therapy, such as chiropractic care, can help prevent pain in certain situations. Exercising proper posture and mechanical techniques should be a standard practice, whether a person is having back pain or no back pain at all. Lifting heavy objects close to the body to reduce leverage and load on the back is crucial to try and preventing back pain. How about bending at the knees to lift objects and bringing them close to the body before standing to protect the lumbar spine is imperative. Or what about the motion of lifting should never entail twisting from one side to the other because the lumbar spine tolerates twisting, which is also referred to as torsional stress, very poorly. And maintaining your proper body weight. Being overweight puts a stress on your back muscles, predisposing you to, guess what? Chronic pain. Also, it's interesting to note that there are important occupation and recreation causes of back pain. What do I mean? Well, if you're operating heavy equipment for more than 2 hours a day, you could be prone to chronic back pain. Athletes, whether professional and amateur, often suffer from things like back pain. People who sit a lot are vulnerable to chronic back pain. Or even constant sitting can cause muscles to weaken, which in turn can make people more prone to injury during strenuous activity. Things like shoveling snow, raking leaves, even gardening, and simple things like moving boxes. How about this one? Poorly constructed chairs or workstations can themselves become an occupational hazard. Some situations that can provoke low back pain should be recognized. Off-balance movements can cause back strain. Slipping, falling. Did you know that even violent sneezing can create a chronic back pain problem? Pregnancy is often associated with low back pain due to shifting organs, loosening of ligaments prior to delivery, and the mechanical effect of weight carried further forward in the abdomen. How about this very simple one? The wearing of proper shoes, sleeping on a supportive bed, and the use of a back support are simple things that you can do to try and reduce the risk of chronic back pain. The bottom line on this quick, important podcast is, while an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, without question, I believe that the things that we just discussed now will help you reduce the risk of chronic pain. Do you have questions? Do you have comments? Please send me an email on this at help@mypainweb.com. You can also post your comments on my Facebook or on Twitter at mypainweb. Visit mypainweb.com for much, much more about how you can prevent or avoid chronic pain, along with many other chronic pain important topics. Thanks for listening, and remember, some quality of life can exist with chronic pain. I thank you for listening, and I look forward to our next chat. Thanks again.